Welcome back to another episode. I salute you. It's another episode of Ark Modded on the Voxel Squad server. And as you can see around me, I've had a haircut recently, as you can see. I've just got a bit of beard, bit of awesome beard going on. As you can see, I have finished off the roof. Now, I did think about doing it all the way into the centre, but this central area, I like to kind of land in it with my flyer. So at the minute, I'm leaving it open. But you can see the pattern that I've created out of the triangular sections of greenhouse roof and the square sections of greenhouse roof to make the overall feel of the place. It did take me quite a lot of doing, actually, to finish this off because of the wall section here and fitting it all into the wall so it would fit into the wall and not mess about too much. Yeah, so it slides into the foundations there, and it also fits up on the top of the roof there perfectly. I think it looks pretty good. I like it, and from the outside, I like it. I think it looks a very good, cool structure sitting outside of the foundations of that section. Yeah, pretty cool. I've now connected it up to the water. Very simple connection method here. Just plugged it in down there to the water, got a couple of reservoirs there, brought it all the way up here, put it into there. I actually worked backwards because it's easier to aim exactly where I wanted all these to be, which was lined up with the upstairs foundations perfectly, to get all those right, and then send a pipe out and built the pipe down to the water rather than water to pipe, or water to crops. I did crops to water, to get all of these water sources in exactly the right place that I wanted. Right? So it's all nicely evenly spaced and all that. And currently I've got a few different things growing in here, a few other seeds. They're all just seeding at the minute. They have a 300% greenhouse effect. And it seems to be really slow still, right? So I was thinking about starting today's episode by planting all these seeds and watching them grow and harvest them and all that kind of stuff. But I have decided against that because of the taking so long for them to seed and irrigate and all that. We need a bit of help over here, really. I've also put in these magic crops, right? Now, these magic crops, can I access one, please? Yeah. It doesn't show any sign that it needs to be worried about. It's the magic seedling, but it's taking time, the same as those over there, taking time. I put some fertilizer in them, well, basic poop. I put some poop in them. I haven't actually made any fertilizer, which could be another downfall. I haven't made any fertilizer. And I've put some magic seeds in to try and grow some magic crops in order to start building up my seed collection. I've got a little setup here, and this is showing me all the different seeds that I can do. Tier 1 seeds is meat, and it needs some magic seeds, some magical magical Enesian, that's right, which is this stuff, which we get from certain places. We've been getting all of this stuff while just gaining crops and all that kind of stuff, yeah? And this can also make magic seeds, it seems, but anyway. Regardless of that, right, tier 2 goes up and we can make flint seed and hide seed and thatch seed and dye seed, spoiled meat seed, and magic seed Zawesen. Zawesen? I think that's how it says. Okay, Zawesen. Requires some things to make some things and so on. And it's very difficult to figure out exactly where I'm supposed to start. So I've been reading up on it and I'm checking it all out and I'm sorting things out and I'm working through it until eventually I'll get somewhere. But I did notice that something like this structures part here has a farming section, has these crop plot structures, right? So if there are different sections here, like different versions of crop plots, then there must be coinciding with these. And then there's these things as well, which is tech plots, which don't require anything other than the highest level of this plot, and then use tech to do things. So it's kind of weird. I do think I want to test this out though, and see if this helps me at all, making one of these Zawesen crop plots. But that could just be that that's for tier 2 farming seeds. Like, tier 2 farming seeds requires magical Zawesen, which is this stuff here, which is required for 2 of those to get together. Maybe those tier 2 plants need tier 2 crop plots. And stop coming through the ceiling, water. It's a big drippy rainy bit. Yeah, so maybe these need the first tier of crop plots, and then the next one needs the next tier of crop plots. I don't know yet. I'm doing some more experimenting. I did have a bit of a disaster over the last weekend, though. I'm going to come out here even though it's raining. I know it's raining. Look, all of my flyers have gone. All of my flyers are just gone. All dead. Every last single one of them dead. Now, at first, I thought it was the classic flyers mod had been updated. Because it had been updated. And then none of my flyers were here. But if you look right over there, you can see that Rose's flyer is just hovering over there still. So it wasn't that. And then I also noticed that my turtles were dead, and one of my golden dodo was also dead. So something must have attacked. My dodos were not going to attack anything, so they were not set on attack. So I've got one dodo left. So it must have been that something attacked us and killed everything. Also, I seem to have lost a fairly large Bronto out the side here. I really don't have any windows here, do I? Let's have a little wander up here. Let me up my ladder. Yep, up the ladder. I did have my Bronto out here, didn't I? But he's, or she's gone. Daisy Dozer has disappeared. And I don't know why. I don't know how. Right? I don't know how. Now, there was a few options to what could have killed them all. And I think one of the options was there was a mega dodo over in Viking Bay. I went over to search around for it. And I lost my life a couple of times. Lost all my gear a couple of times. And also lost a T-Rex to it. The T-Rex that was down there. I've also lost that to the dodo. But then I logged off, like rage quit. I rage quit like a baby. And I went off crying to my mummy. And then when I came back on, all of my flyers were dead. Like a day or two later. All my flyers were dead out here. And I don't think the two are related. Because the Mega Dodo was far enough away. There were some things like manticores and flying dragons and stuff around, so maybe, or wyverns, fire wyverns or something like that. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's what the problem was. Maybe that's where it all came from. But anyway, today I'm trying to do this. And this is taking some time, so I need something to do while I'm waiting for these things to grow, so we can still keep continuing doing some cool stuff in this series. So, I was thinking of setting myself up a little bit more of a perimeter. A perimeter around some areas, just putting down some gates at the end of the corridors of passageways, so that random nasty things can't spawn, random nasty things can't come and get me, and I've got kind of safe passage around places, and so will the other players on the server. I don't want to block it off so that other players on the server cannot do any, can't just come and walk through my area. So I'm thinking of just putting simple doorways in amongst some settler gates and stuff. There's actually a whole set of stuff that is settler based here, and I'm thinking of building a few of these things. So we've got like settler gate posts. Right, and settler gates. I think I've tested those out before. They can just be used out in the wild. They don't need any foundations, I believe. And then we've got stuff like settler fences somewhere as well. Maybe somewhere as well. So I'm not sure. I'm going to look for that. Let's see, fence. Yeah, here we go. Settlers fences. So they're quite cheap to make. And you can make them on the diagonal as well, which is pretty cool. Right, so I'm going to test those out. And I want to see how they go together and see whether I can just use them just to selectively disallow access to areas. I've got these as well, look. Yeah. And I just want to see. I just want to see if they work. I want to know that they're going to protect me from just, like, I don't know, a raptor pack or something wandering around. Just something that's going to chill them out a little bit and stop them from running after me. Let's see, 5. Yeah, we can lay this anywhere around here. So let's start by just blocking off this area. Also, you see, I would like to make it so that I can leave some of my dinos just on a wander, so that they don't get stuck indoors while I'm offline. They could be collecting materials for me to make it simpler and quicker for me to get somewhere. Let's say we put this here. Okay, and then we put the gate in between, and then we put this gate on here. Oh, actually, this fence can go anyway. Look, it doesn't clip to anything. It's just a fence. Can I please gather all of this stuff up? Okay. Get out of my way, bush. Okay, bush in the way. Right, now, I don't know how big this is going to be. Let's see. 6. Oh, this is angled one. The diagonal angled one, number 7 that I've got, could have gone across there, but it doesn't seem to want to connect to anything. Does it need something different? I don't know. This one seems to work. Let's put that on there like that. Right, and then see if 7 will connect to it. No, it will not. 7 will connect to there, but it won't do it without the foundation support. Well, that's a bit weird. That one does fine, and the other one won't do foundation support. So I kind of want to just set up a few bits and pieces like this, though, right? So we've got these things. Don't know if this is auto open. Doesn't show any options there. Open, close. Okay, it's just got that. I'm going to need to set it up so that people can walk through these gates and that anyway. They'll walk around it and get past it. And maybe if they want to get in, they could jump over it. There's going to be ways around the place, isn't there? There's going to be ways in and out. I just want to make it a little bit more restrictive, so that some of my animals can just wander around and not get out and not get lost. And just trying to find some key points where we can trap things in, and maybe just make it a little bit securer up the beach for everyone who's passing by from Viking Bay up here. So I want to do that a little bit while my crop plots are growing, and I want to let my dinos just wander around gathering materials in this region for a little bit. So while I was looking through all of these settler things to get fences and all that kind of stuff, and just make sure that I've got everything available to me so I can do all of these fences and diagonals and all the scaffold and all that kind of stuff, I spotted there was a few things from S+, the mod, that makes some sense to what we're doing in today's episode. So I wanted to just figure out if we're any good with this today. I previously got these things, right? These are from Jones' Poop and Egg Collector mod. There's an egg incubator, some poop collectors and fertilizer silos and compost bins and all that kind of stuff that we already know about. But a bit further on, there's another couple of things that are from S+. There's the S+ item collector. Collects dropped items, poop, paste, unfertilized eggs, pearls and all that. Distributes poop to nearby compost bins and dung beetles, right? So that picks up poop and automatically distributes it to compost bins, which pretty cool, yeah? Then we've got this, and it doesn't cost much either. It's a few metal ingots, paste and all that kind of stuff. We've got a sheep herder. Shears nearby sheep. I haven't actually found any sheep in this, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna learn the Ingram anyway. And then there's an animal tender. Collects items from my dinos that produce them over time, right? So you can do that, yeah. It's not something that I'm going to use straight away, but still. And then there's some more a bit further down that are pretty cool looking as well. Again from the S+ mod, if I can find them, that is. There's so much stuff in here to learn. What's the other things? They're here somewhere. There we go. Around about level 40, you get access to the S+ Farmer. Distributes fertilizer to nearby crops. Will collect fertilizer from nearby compost bins and dung beetles. Right? So, ideal population thing. Also a nanny for feeding trough babies. I'm going to learn them while I've got a chance. But that means that we can use that first thing that we learned, which was the fertilizer picker-upper, the item collector, dump them into compost bins, and then get this farmer to then collect the fertilizer from nearby compost bins and put them into crop plots. So that makes sense, doesn't it? Having some staff. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to make those. I don't know where I'll build them. I guess I can build them anywhere. let's see. Cementing paste, hide, metal ingots, and pelt. Okay, so where would we do this? What would we do with it? I don't know. Get rid of those things off my hotbar for a start. So, the farmer looks like another survivor type person. Look at this. Let's put a farmer down right in the middle, just in case it matters his area of effect or whatever. Let's put him right on the middle there. Okay, farmer. Hey, he looks just like one of us. Hey, it's Default Man. Default Farmer Man. How you doing? He's unpowered right now. Unpowered. What do we do to power for him? Requires Callion soup. Oh, he requires a soup. So I need to start making things happen. Okay. Right, well, okay, that's fine. And then we need to start doing some kind of smelly poop collecting and harvesting. So we've got 3 of these available to us at the minute. Right. Let's put some down over here. Don't really want it to go too close to the edge. Let's have a look. I mean, it's already got flies around it. Okay, and can we see from there? Does it go? Does it fit in the corner? Looks like it does. Yes. And place. Okay. And do that again over the other side, right? So now this can have a stack of 10,000 thatch in it and a load of poop, yeah? Or would it be better to do it another way around? I could put this down here, actually. This might work. If I have under here, if I have a poop collector, like this, down here, in the middle, like hanging from the base area here. I'd like it right in the middle if I can. Let's see how close to the middle I can get it. I guess they'll be fine. Right. Oh, that's nowhere near the middle. Dang it. I kind of wanted it to be in the middle. That also is unpowered. What do we need? Use propellant for fuel. Can craft propellant in the S Plus Industrial Grinder. Propellant for fuel in the S Plus Industrial Grinder. Okay, so I kind of gave up on the the other version of things and started doing this instead with the foundations, stackable foundations that are able just to like slot in and clip all the terrain and make a proper solid looking wall across it. Now, obviously this wall isn't high enough to stop everything getting across and just falling in from here. That's not the issue though. The issue is that they come down too easily. So we've got a couple of gates next to each other, making it look like one big gate, and the main point there is that there are doorways without any doors, so that people can come and wander through. They don't get stuck in my area. And they can come and do stuff in this area. They can come and claim some of the wealth of these resources around here, and all that kind of stuff. Easy enough. And I did something the same over the far side, and now it feels a lot safer for my little guys to go around and just start collecting stuff. But bloody, you're supposed to be collecting stone, not just walking past it. Why? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm working them out right. They've got collection on, as far as I can tell. They're doing collecting stuff. Every time I've been to collect stuff from them, they've done a fair bit, and I've got a fair bit from them. So I guess it's working. I don't see any reason why I should think it isn't. I think there's another one around this side. I've put this wall in around here. Look, it's the same thing again, but this has just fortified this corner. So it's so close to my base area anyway. It's just to stop things wandering in and through there and out the other side. The rest is kind of protected by cliffs and the like, so nothing can get in this side of my base. And again, there is a gate for people's dinosaurs, and there is a door without any doorway without any doors on both gates for people still to be allowed to come in. It's not to stop people getting in, it's to stop the hostile dinos getting in. And then I will probably go back to an idea we originally had and just build across from that corner to there and put a gate inside it, and across from that corner over to there and put a gate inside it. So we kind of have the cliff face being my border for the front there. So I think it'll be too much work fencing off all the way around the edges there. But we'll see. For now, that would do. And inside here, let's see if we can land. Yes, we can. Inside here, this has been doing stuff. Wow, this is so tall. Okay, maybe this isn't a good idea. Let's get back out. I need a smaller flyer for this job. Oh, I'm stuck. No. Get me out. Get me out. There we go. Fine. Smaller flyer, I think, for this job. Yes, let's put him down here. This is where I'm used to parking. There you go. King Taxi is back. It's an alpha now, or Apex. This guy still isn't working because he requires soup. So I can't use him until I start making soup, which was a problem. But as you can see, things are growing already because there's another little device that I found, which is part of the poop and thing, the pooper egg collector. This thing also has a thatch and fertilizer sorted out, right? So this is set to distribute the thatch that it's got in its inventory to the local compost bins, which it isn't doing to this one for some reason, right? And it isn't doing to this one for some reason, and it isn't doing this one for some reason. Maybe the some reason is that there's already a stack much bigger than it's expecting. Maybe it's looking for a small stack. I've also made a crop. The first thing I did was make seeds that make thatch. So now I'm making thatch over here and putting it into here by hand. This looks like it's actually taken. I'm pretty sure there weren't 2 pieces of fertilizer in here earlier. So I think this is putting fertilizer into this plot from one of these that it's taking it from. But it's not putting it in other places. Let's have a look what we got down here. This is narco berries. And in the narco berries, yeah, we've got 2 fertilizer in the narco berry seeds. And they're generating some narco berries, which is good. Over here, the lemons. There's 2 in there as well. So it seems to be distributing the fertilizer. There's only 1 in there at the minute, so maybe it'll be doing that next. So yeah, it seems to be distributing the fertilizer, okay. As for the magic crops, I took out all of those spare ones, because this one was enough to make this stuff. It only makes this one type, so it's a bit pointless in my eyes having more than one. I need to set up the next types around here to generate some different types of magical crop essence things, and put a few more of the vanilla ones over there, and then a few more of the resource gathering ones over here. And welcome to the rain. It's just decided to flood in all around me. Wow, okay. Sounds. And then there's a few other bits and pieces that I wanted to test out, but it's not easy and it's not quick. I've got some of this Plant X seed, and I've got some more over here. I've got plenty of Plant X seed, but for some reason, right, I can't make the next tier of seed, which needs, here we go, this one, Magic Zoison seed, which needs Plant Species X seed times 10. Plant Species X seed, Plant Species X seed. It's not letting me get it. I think maybe I've got to plant it and then receive a different type of seed. Maybe. If anyone knows, leave a message down in the comments down below and we'll sort that out. But I can't get the next magical seed. I can make this stuff by hand, but I can't make it grow. And so I can make things like the thatch seed here. And I can make things like hide seed, because I've got this stuff available. But I'm struggling to work through all the tiers now. But there's plenty of things here. Some of them you don't need different crop plots for. Like here's a fiber seed. That's probably a good one, actually. Magical Devastation is a thing, and some rare flowers and some fiber to do that one. So I think that was in here. That would be in the magic section there. There we go. So I can make this out of the red one. So I upgrade the yellow one to the red one, and then upgrade the red one to the blue one, and then use the blue one. It's a tier 3 magic essence. So there's no reason why I can't do this. And then this one would require 32 of those. So I can craft all of them. But that requires 32 of the next tier up. Yeah, so I can do the tiers that way, but I can't grow them as of yet because the plant species X seed is slightly different, I'm guessing. But anyway, that is all we got time for in today's episode. Wow, look at my hair now. You saw at the start of today's episode I had short hair, short beard, and now, after a few hours playing the game, getting things sorted, doing walls and stuff, my hair has grown. Like I've been here for months and months and months. But that is all we got time for today. Thank you very much for watching. I salute you for being with me. I will see you in the next episode of Ark Modded from the Voxel Squad server very soon. And goodbye.